Did we just find the best place for arepas outside of the theme park?
Princess Bear here. Today we're eating local because we found a little Latin cafe.
Sofritos, which is very close to Disney World and somewhat close to Universal.
Yep. And when we find local gyms like this, of course we're gonna go eat them. So as your number one trusted foodie infotainment, remember she's vegan. I'm not dancing.
It's time to foodie and chill. I have an arepa. It is a huge arepa. They said I could do veggie even though it's not on the menu. There's also a black bean one that you can do if you're vegetarian. They have a black bean and cheese. Of course for bears, they've got tons. How do you even eat this? This is enormous. Ugh. That is huge. That is thick. I mostly taste vegetables and not as much of like the corn. But I really, really like it. I wish that Disney could do something like that. This is really tasty. I wouldn't even mind just eating a plain arepa. They're really good. I would give them a 4 out of 5 arepas. I don't know, maybe Bear and I would order takeout if we get a little complicated with it, or if everybody starts coming here and asking for vegan arepas, then maybe they'll put it on the menu. That would be nice.
I think years and years of eating arepas at Universal and Walt Disney World has led us astray that we have missed a key part of the culture. Because even on the menu here, they describe the arepas as a corn sandwich. This looks like a corn sandwich. This is like a wrapped sort of like burger style thing that you would get at, say, like Inside Out on the West Coast. But like, it's just filled with veggies. I was expecting like little puck size things we've been getting at Universal for like the last 4 years. Tiny little things, like almost like sliders. This is massive, and I can see why they're priced the way they are, and like, it's almost a meal in of itself. You get a bigger bite of like the corn with the arepas. That is delicious. I think they're onto something here. They can come with like a vegan sauce, sort of tile this together. It's really just sauteed veggies inside the arepas. That would be amazing. Most of their sauces here seem to be mayo based and like house made. But they can come up with something vegan. We can send the vegans here in buses. That is delicious. I think that has great potential. And with a little bit of like execution training, they might have something here. Places like right outside the Disney bubble, the theme park bubble, will surprise you if you give them time. 3.5 out of 5 stars. This massive hunkin' boy here is their pernil arepas. It is stuffed full of pernil pork, all seasoned, juicy looking. This thing is massive. This is like a Latin steak sandwich, a pork sandwich. It comes with this side of like the little ketchup mayo. Like, this thing is absolutely massive. This was actually gluten-free. Now you can get ones with cheese and whatever else, but I am low on my stock of magic pills, so it's just meat and corn for me today. That pernil is perfectly cooked, juicy, falls apart in your mouth. It may be shredded, but I think it just shredded my heart, like the best way. You don't even need the sauce, it's so juicy, but the sauce just adds a little bit more to it. If you were just coming here for like a park break lunch, I would easily come drive from Disney Springs here and have one of these and go back to the parks full than eat anywhere at Disney Springs. And this feels like authentic Latin food, whereas we get like Latin adjacent food in the parks. I'm giving this a 4.25 out of 5 claws. I clearly have been eating arepas wrong for my entire life.
I ordered my grandfather's favorite beer, because why not? Dos Equis. They only have amber, they don't have lager. They have a lot of different beers from around Latin America, so definitely don't just order ones that you know. Try something new, enjoy it. Cheers. It's a very deep red, and I'm not mad at it. I would give it like a 3 out of 5 beers.
We happened to stumble into Sofrito Latin Cafe during happy hour, 4 to 6, Monday through Thursday, and cheaper alcohol. We are never going to complain about that. And that's good on their cocktails and bottled beer. I'm glad they give you a nice like chilled mug with it. It's definitely going heavy into the cafe vibes. Cheers. Nice, crisp, refreshing. Something about Latin beer, they just know beer. They don't get enough respect for how well they know beer. Always crisp, nice flavor profile. I like that. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
Now this is the vegetable plate. It's called vegetarian, but it's very easy to make vegan. You just have to ask for no salad dressing, and then it's vegan, and then you just pick your sides based on the vegan options that there are for sides. There's quite a few, so just take your time and enjoy it. I'm going to start with these vegetables. These are the same vegetables they put inside of the arepa, so kind of know what to expect here. I did bring some pocket parm and red pepper and hot sauce, so I might use some of that after I try this. I don't have a lot of complaints about the vegetables. They're cooked really nicely, they're garlicked really well, there's salt and pepper here on the table. I'd probably add some of that. They're not like vegetables I would come and proactively order, but it's really everything that you get with it that makes it nice. Veggies on their own, I'm going to give them a 2.5 out of 5 veggies. There's really nothing stand out about them except for the fact that they are beautifully garlicked.
I like the fact that they do offer a good side of veggies. They could have just thrown some boiled veggies on here, but they're actually seasoned. You got some pepper, huge chunks of garlic in here. You got some dirt rooms and some peppers. I will alleviate the princess of those because she wasn't going to eat them anyway. It's one of those things where you get no points for doing anything wrong, but you don't really get a whole lot of points for doing anything right. They're cooked how the standard expectation for vegetables to be cooked. They're cooked well, they're not mush, not overcooked or undercooked, and they're seasoned. That is the baseline. It's a side of veggies. I'm not expecting much else, but they do their job faithfully. 2.5 out of 5 points.
Next we have the yuca de mojo. Now, I usually get this at Amatista, and that is my favorite place to get it. They boil their yuca there as well. Disney fries theirs. Here you have the choice between boiled and fried. I picked boiled. So I'm gonna princess style this. I'm just gonna grab a small amount. Because yuca is large and in charge. Cheers. If you are a cilantro person, you're not gonna be into that. If you do like cilantro like me, that is fire. The yuca is cooked perfectly, like flawlessly. And I would love to sample this fried in the future. The pieces are a little large, it's the only thing that I would complain about, but other than that, really, really good. I would give it a 4 out of 5 yuca.
If it's one thing you're never going to hear us complain about here at Sofrito is the portion sizes. They are, if anything, generous. Or maybe our waistlines have just been tortured by Disney for so long that we no longer recognize what a normal portion of food looks like. I lean towards the latter. It's definitely cilantro heavy, but it's got a nice, soft, like yuca texture and flavor to it. The yuca, the mojo in that, that's sort of like citrus, shines through without overpowering the yuca. Let the yuca be yuca. Now that's how you do a side. I would give that 3.75 out of 5 points.
These are the tostones. This is one of 2 different ways you can have plantains. You can do regular plantains or these. Now I always get regular plantains, so I really wanted a tostone. I don't know if I've had one in recent days, and I'm not sure if I've ever had one on this channel. Cheers. That's really nice. Just very mild in flavor, but like the perfect kind of mild. So I would top some of my veggies with that, maybe put a little of the yuca on there, and just go to town with like my own little like mini arepa, I guess. because it's kind of what it is, but not. And I like it. I'm gonna give that a 4 out of 5 tostones. I really like everything that I have on the plate. More than Bear, apparently.
Return to the tostones. That's giving me food and wine vibes, Mexico booth vibes. Dive right in. That's a nice texture on it, color to it. I'm excited. Let's eat. I get worried every time I see a tostones that it's going to be like dry and or greasy. Like that's the perfect amount of moist. We'll let it be crispy, but not dry at all. I like it. I want more of it. I think what the main thing this plate is missing is like sauces or sauce to tie it together. But all the like bases are hitting here. I would give that 4 out of 5 plus.
Now we have these beautiful little potatoes. This is one of the other sides I thought was really interesting looking online, but it's not what I thought it was gonna be. But we try new things, that's what we do, even if we don't know what they are. I feel like I just ate a little mini baked potato. All I need is a little bit of earth balance and some salt, and I'm in business. I would give it a 4.5 out of 5 potatoes. It's very nice. I wish I had more.
Cute little roasted potatoes are giving like Papas Bravas vibes. The color, the consistency. I like a pocket potato. Judge me. I can take those in like a to-go container and just pop them like Scooby Snacks? Popcorn? I think I was going for popcorn. Somehow landed on Scooby Snacks. I rage against like having better food items at like movie theaters because I hate popcorn. This is something I could pop for an entire movie. I'd probably need to be carried out of the theater afterwards, but I love that. 4.5 out of 5 plus.
This is the last thing on the plate. This is a salad. It is dry because the dressing is not vegan and they only have one salad dressing. So I'm definitely gonna be putting some parm on this. Cheers. Just a dry salad. There's really nothing to write home about. It definitely doesn't toss my salad. I'm definitely not gonna be telling anybody about this salad. I would give it a 1.5 out of 5 salad tossings. It's just...
If you're giving me a salad, dressing is compulsory. Like, giving me a dry salad, I get it. Like, you don't have any dressings in-house. At that point, you should just offer me something else other than salad. Because just greens and cucumbers and carrots just feels like one of those garnishes you're not supposed to eat, but it's there, so you eat it. That's what this feels like. I'll give it to them that the lettuce is fresh and crunchy, so are the carrots and the cucumbers, but you get no points, actually minus points, for no dressing. It's 2 out of 5 points. So with my entree, I got a side of plantains, beautifully roasted. Look at that color. They look absolutely gorgeous. So the plantains are vegan. I guess I just beat the princess to the punch. Perfectly crisp outside, like crunchy even with the inside. Literally, plantain melting in my mouth, not greasy. It's like the perfect cook from the plantains. They're owning their culture, and I like that. That is 4.75 out of 5 claws. I have never had a plantain at Walt Disney World anywhere close to this good. I will say that I've had plantains at like Amatista that might stay in the ring with the plantains here. I think these are still better. But I feel like for the cultural food that Universal does, in a lot of cases, is a more authentic than the festival food we get at Disney sometimes. If that makes any sense. Here we have a nice pressed, delicious looking Cuban. This is a massive boy pressed. I have had Cubans all over Florida, be it from the imitation Cubans I get at Publix to Universal for Latin American Heritage Month and Mardi Gras to Latin Hispanic American Heritage Month at Walt Disney World. Polite Pig, Homecoming, all over the place. They've had Cubans, but like this is a Cuban's Cuban. This is like the gentleman's Cuban. Like this is a Cuban I see in a suit with a mustache and like a freshly cut fade, nothing out of place. Cubans I get at Walt Disney World are like to shop at the Florida Mall. That's probably me. Too late to already out of my mouth. That Cuban makes my heart sing and dance. Like, I think what makes this more Cuban than other Cubans I've had is the attention to detail on each ingredient. The shredded slow-cooked pork, the ham, are like perfectly cooked on their own, but then sandwiched together in this sandwich. You have the cheese with the mustard and then the pickle all in here, but everything in balance. Like no too much or too little of anything. Let the Cuban be a Cuban. It feels like a taste of Cuba itself. And honestly, I'm on board for it. The portion size is ridiculous, and I am probably going to walk out of here having to unbuckle my belt just because of this place. This is a 5 out of 5 clause. If you want an authentic Cuban, and there are other Cuban restaurants in town that we've been told of before, I think this should be your first stop if you're anywhere near Walt Disney World University. This has been a very interesting side quest.
It has, and I mean, I have some positives about it. The food was great, and a little bit of negatives too, because I do feel like we got my arepa was more expensive than Bear's. So I would say maybe just buy the bean one, so then it's only $11.
And omit the cheese.
Yeah. And then you don't have to get charged another $8 for veggies.
Yeah, we got charged a full side.
Outrageous.
Full side of veggies with the arepa, so it was $5 for the arepas and $8 for the veggies, which is a bit much.
And we had to have them fix our orders, so yeah.
I think this place does have potential. Like I said, little execution issues here and there. The flavors are on point.
Yeah.
Just need to work out some kinks in the way this menu works. I think they'll be hitting on all fours. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you have a craving for Latin food outside of Walt Disney World or Universal? We may have found your spot. If this seems interesting to you, let us know in the comments below. And if you come here, tell them we sent you. So remember, if there's anything else you'd like to see us do, the comments are always a good place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, we're summoning the rain.
Down in Africa. But you heard the girl.